What is up? Welcome to the Sloppy Syndicate show. As you can see, I'm missing my counterpart. His computer decided to blow up, so you get the Donnie show today. So I'll be the only host joining you on this episode of the Sloppy Syndicate. We are streaming live on Twitch and YouTube. And thank you to the folks listening in the future on the podcast. So we have some rock stars in the back room. Go by the name of Crashing Atlas. And let me tell you, this band is stage ready. This band is ready for the big stage. I've been jamming to their record for quite some time, and it's actually the year anniversary of their record. And we like to start it out with a little bit of an eargasm. So I got a short clip of some of their music. So without further ado, let's go.
With the blood stain, got me wishing for a fair game. Just when I think of you, you're in back on nothing. I wanna wait until I know you hear me. There's so much left to prove. I stumble over you. There's only one to choose. I know you hear me. The peace you took from me, I'm chasing what I used to be. And all I see, this feeling's taking over. My demons pull me under. Your shadow's getting closer, and I don't even wanna fight it. You left me cold and empty, broken and going crazy. One day I know that you'll see I am just the monster that you made me.
Only that, you can sing real damn good.
That does not give you an eargasm. I do not know what will, folks. So let's go ahead and bring the rock stars in, known as Crashing Atlas, and get to know a little bit more about the band. Folks, they are on tour. They do have a show tonight, so we're going to keep them just for a little bit. And without further ado. So how are we doing? It's a pleasure to have you guys on the Sloppy Syndicate show. Let's go around the room. Tell us what you play and a little bit about you.
Thank you so much for having us. I'm Marina. I sing.
I'm Dougie. I play guitar.
I'm Paul, and I hit things with sticks.
Okay. All right. Awesome. So Crashing Atlas, we're celebrating your year-story. So your year anniversary of Black Sun Rising. And so, I mean, that's a huge accomplishment. One, to put a banger of an album out. Let me just say that up front. And then to be celebrating the year anniversary on a summer tour. So what was kind of, you guys formed in 2017, 2018. You put some singles out, by the way, the cover of East Side. I jam that all the time. I don't know why. It's so catchy, but yes, make fun of me all you want, folks. I like East Side. So, but yeah, tell us how you got involved with the music. Did you have a family member that kind of you grew up around? You know, what was the reason you pursued music and formed Crashing Atlas?
Oh, I think every one of us just sort of grew up doing it, like you put yourself out there, and if you like it, you just keep going, and then you end up here, I guess. But I think for all of us, like the way we got together, because Crashing Atlas looked a little different in 2017 than it does now. And I think it's just sort of, like I said, it's like all the people who just really decide to stick with it and keep plugging forward and moving. And that's why we're all here and together. So.
Yep. And that's definitely the music industry in a nutshell. You got to keep motivating, keep changing. Otherwise, kind of go on the wayside. So I don't want to I'm going to let you guys describe your sound to the listeners out there that may have not have heard of Crashing Atlas. And then I'll kind of give you my take on it. So how would you describe music from Crashing Atlas? And I know in your bio, you summed up the album pretty, like the deals with the album. So how would you describe your music in that album?
In a nutshell, hard rock with a pop tinge.
Yeah, like we like to say, like fun riffs, like some good synths going on and some really fun pop hooks. That's what we're going for here.
All right, so I'm hoping I hit a home run, and so I get some Eva Under Fire and mixed with some Paramore.
Yeah.
So
We love Paramore.
Yeah.
okay, good. So all right, I hit it out of the park. I didn't, no disrespect intended, but yeah, you mash those two together, and that's what you get with Crashing Atlas, in my opinion. So where does the name Crashing Atlas form?
I mean, I guess it was like one of those cosmic moments sitting around the fire. So I'm a big fan of like Greek mythology, and I knew I wanted a band name to start with crashing. I just couldn't figure out crashing what. And my friend was like, we're having a deep conversation about like Greek mythology, and for those who don't know, Atlas, you know, it was he was banished for all eternity to hold up the sky and earth for all eternity. And my friend was like, well, what if he dropped it? Crashing Atlas.
Okay, all right, and that's how Crashing Atlas came about. And Marina, did you have any input, or you're just like, all right, we'll roll with it?
Nah, dude, I came into Crashing Atlas a little bit after some of their first music had come out. You know,
Okay.
Their previous singer had to dip out for personal reasons and stuff, and I was very lucky because I remember, like I said, you know, like we're just kind of a group of local musicians who everybody sort of knows who the people who really stick with it and work hard are. I'd played a show with Crashing Atlas in my previous band, and when the time came, Dougie gave me a call. He's like, "Do you want to help us out with some vocals?" And I've sort of been here ever since.
Came to help out, never left, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
So on the record, what was the most difficult song you would say that you guys wrote on that record?
What do you think?
The most difficult song, maybe Sanity and Madness or Who Are You Now. Those are two of like the deep cuts in the record, which is a little surprising. Could you think we'd have a harder time with some of like the more popular ones trying to perfect them? But those ones are really out of left field because we just did a lot of genre mashing. I feel like with those are kind of our more experimental songs on the record. And whenever you're going experimental, you don't want to go too heavy handed with it to the point that people can't like really vibe with it and get comfortable with it. But at the same time, you want it to stand out and be cool. So
The Only Ones was also really hard to write.
yeah, The Only Ones, that was a but I'd say Who Are You Now and Sanity and Madness were harder.
Okay, so Who You Are Now is my favorite song from the album, and then The Light would be my second favorite from the album. And I'm going to put this out there now. Who You Are Now is radio ready. I don't know why it's not out on the radio and all the on all the stations, because it should be. So favorite song to play live?
I'm loving Kerosene right now.
Kerosene.
Yeah, that one is just like, it's just fast paced. Like our demo name for it was fast paced. It's just constantly moving. It's catchy as fuck. Like
Yeah.
we just have a good time with that song.
And when we play it, it just seems like the energy in the crowd just completely changes, and people just get more rowdy, which we love. So
I like
Absolutely.
I think Who Are You Now is a lot of fun.
yeah.
And if I'm correct, Kerosene, the music video just came out recently as well, correct?
Yep.
All right, there you are, folks. So go check it out on YouTube on all the streaming platforms. You can check out the newest video, Kerosene. And yeah, I get what you're saying about the energy. You know, because when I'm at a concert, I feed off of the artists, and I'm sure the artists feed off of the crowd. Obviously, you don't want a boring crowd with everyone just kind of standing in the corner drinking a beer. You know, so it plays back and forth. You know, the energy of the band versus the energy of the fans. So I'm glad you brought that up because, yeah, I've been to some shows where it's like, let me stand in the corner. Like, what are you guys doing? Enjoy. Like 2 years later, we got live music. Enjoy it. Let's go. So tell us a little bit about the summer tour. I know you guys got a show in New Jersey tonight. Where else are you guys heading on the summer tour?
Tomorrow we're going to Brooklyn. Sunday we're going to Allentown. Next week on Wednesday we're going to Indianapolis. Then Portage, Indiana, which is right outside Chicago. And then we're headed up to Cadott, Wisconsin for Rock Fest, which we're really, really excited about. It's kind of like the pinnacle of the tour is that festival.
Nice. So and that's the last stop, I'm assuming.
Oh
The
yeah,
big shebang.
I have much more left in the tank after that show.
Yeah, those I mean, touring in general is pretty exhausting, especially if you're a day, every day you have a show. I mean, there's some gaps in between on some tours, but you guys seem to be pretty steady. And yeah, that takes its toll, especially when you're traveling and trying to sleep and be rock stars. So I get it. Every now and then you want that nice little break. So um, with that coming up, the festival and some shows, that brings me to my next question. Who has been your favorite artist or band to play with?
To play with, I'm gonna have to say Hailstorm.
Hailstorm.
Nice. Hailstorm. All right.
That a long time ago, the last time we played Rockfest, and like that was just like unforgettable. That was so cool.
I love Palisades.
Palisades was really dope too. Yeah.
Palisades is really cool.
Yep, they're actually playing. I don't know. They're on tour. Actually, nope. They just announced today they're taking a. I think so. Don't quote me. I think somebody got sick, so they're taking a couple shows off. But yeah, definitely love Palisades. Lizzie, I mean, she's great. So we all love Hailstorm. So if you could, past or present, kind of collab or play with one artist, any genre, and this is kind of a loaded question, I know. Who would that be?
I mean, automatically for me, it's the person who made me want to pick up the guitar and like songwrite. It's Ben Burnley from Breaking Benjamin.
Okay.
Yeah, just the way that he approaches like rock music and like how heavy they are but while staying like very melodic. I mean, he's it for me.
I go with Disturbed, David Draymond, or just the whole band. They're just awesome, and I mean, we're obviously not the same, but there are some similarities which overlap. I think both our bands make some like really melodic rock music that a lot of people can jam out to, even if they're not the biggest rock listeners.
Yeah. I have a couple of answers. Like I'd say, and this is kind of like a present answer, and there's just vocalists that I would fucking die if they ended up on one of our songs. But either Dave Grohl from Foo Fighters or Ollie Sykes from Bring Me the Horizon. I think getting either of them, like getting me on a song of theirs or getting one of them on one of our songs, I would just keel over and die. But if I got a chance to write with any songwriter, I would just love to sit in a room with Taylor Swift and just like pick her brain for a whole day. That would be crazy.
Yeah, I mean, she's a great songwriter. She just, I don't know, break her heart, and she's got 35 songs for you. So
I love her. I need to know her ways,
so in my younger years, I don't know, something about Sonny and From First to Last. He just has energy and his stage presence. I would love to share the stage with him. For their songwriting abilities, man, I've been getting into the lyrics of Shinedown pretty heavy lately. Their Planet Zero, the newest album they just came out with, definitely has some heavier lyrics in it. So
Yeah, that record's great. Yeah, our other guitarist and I, we jam on that record like all the time.
and
Yeah, we'll be performing on the same day as them.
They're playing Rockfest with us next Saturday.
oh, sweet, that's pretty badass to share the stage. Now, when you have such big artists like that, do you guys do you get a little bit of stage fright, or a little bit of
I mean, it's what we do. We get up, we play our songs, we kick ass like the best we can. It's not, and I mean, it's a festival. It's not really like we're, I don't. There's going to be dozens of artists at that festival, and we're just doing our thing the same way they are, and we're just going to do our best. I'm not really anymore.
The only anxiety that I ever get, it has nothing to do with the size of the artist or who they are. It's if I know that there's another drummer watching me, that's when I start to get
Do you really?
like conscious about what I'm doing. Because I know that they're like, because at least for me, like when I'm watching a live show, 90% of the time I'm watching the instrument that I play, and I know a lot of other people are like that. Not everybody, but a lot of times I can, like, if I'm playing a show on stage, I can pick out who drummers are if they're like too much, or the way they air drum or whatever, and then all of a sudden I start to get self-conscious about it.
yeah, you're like watching, and they're like diagnosing how you drum.
No one notices your small mistake unless they're trained in it. Like,
right.
I mean, I just approach every show the same.
Yeah.
It really doesn't matter if I'm playing for 2 people or if I'm playing for 5,000. That's awesome. I mean, I don't. It's like muscle memory. You just get up there and you do it. And actually, I become less nervous the more people there are.
I kind of do too, because I mean, there's just like a better like vibe in the room when there's more people, because it seems like everybody wants to be there. It's less awkward, you know?
Right. All right. So we are approaching the 20-minute mark. We're going to try to keep this about 25 minutes so they can sound check, get ready for their show tonight, and, be the rock stars they are and put on the show. So where can we find more about, especially the folks listening in the podcast that cannot see the screen? Where can we find more about Crashing Atlas? Where can we support the band? Do you guys have merch, CDs, anything like that we could purchase to help out the band?
Yeah, dude. Just crashingatlas.com is where we have all of our music, our links, our merchandise, everything. If there's anything you want to know about the band, it's on that website. Otherwise, we're on all the social medias, Instagram, Facebook. We've been getting more into TikTok lately. That's been pretty fun. So
Yeah.
If you can buy our merch, that's amazing. Number one thing is to share us. Which obviously you're doing.
Yeah.
But anyone listening,
Yeah.
anything, even just a like button.
we need the charity.
Everything.
Yeah.
Everything helps, and we appreciate the hell out of it.
Yeah, but if you do order something, just know that I personally send it out myself.
He does. He packages every single one and
Yeah,
sends them
it's-
out.
You get Doug's germs on the shirt.
You get Doug's love.
He like licks the tag, like, here you go,
There's a packs it up and sends it off.
I always give a personal note. It's sometimes like a fun fact about the band, each band member.
What kind of fun facts do you write about me?
I say Marina loves cheese.
That's
Obviously.
Yeah, and Paul's a fashion icon.
yeah, he is.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Now,
Natural hair. Fun fact.
what was that? You broke up.
Yeah. Oh, I said this is my natural hair color. Fun fact.
Oh, nice. Okay. Yeah. My natural is gray, unfortunately. So no. I'm a sucker for vinyls. Do you guys have any vinyls for sale?
I wish, dude.
I know vinyls are so hard right now to get. So
Yeah, and beyond just the money aspect, I mean, it's really hard to even attempt to get them right now, just because of the shortages right now.
Yeah.
And they're so backlogged on everything. So,
I want to say, I believe we'll make vinyl records when we have an album that a lot of people are asking us for vinyl records. We get the question every once in a while, but we're hoping the next album we put out that hundreds of people are like, where can we get the vinyl? That's when we'll really prioritize making it,
And-
the demand, and then we'll produce supply.
Yep, supply and demand. There you go, folks. Any hint of when the new album may drop?
Oh, dude, we've like kind of only gotten started on it recently.
Okay. All right.
We're searching around for like the right vibe, but we're trying to hone in on everything that we loved about the last record and just push more boundaries than we really got a chance to, because we wrote the last record in quarantine. So it was kind of tough for us to really like push ourselves this time. Now that we have all of us together all the time, and it's just easier. We've been playing these songs together for so long. We're like, let's see what we can build off of with this one. So
Absolutely. And you guys are a great band. So I'm excited to see what you guys come up with and what you guys do in the future. So with that being said, folks, we are going to wrap it up. Actually, let me say this, because I say this every show about merchandise. Purchasing a CD or a shirt from a band is the equivalent of roughly 6,500 streams on a platform. So unless you're going to go stream 6,500 times, the best way to help a band out is by purchasing some of their merch, and that goes directly to the band and helps them out. Also, if you know me, this is another way I end the show. Let me pull it up, folks. Folks, remember, it's okay not to be okay, and you actually matter. If you need any assistance, call the National Suicide Prevention Hotline at 1-800-273-8255 or text GO to 741-741, and always remember that you matter. So any final departing words from Crashing Atlas?
that was really cool that you did that. I appreciate that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if you're around and you want to. We're going on tour for the next couple weeks. We listed out the dates, but again, if you just go to our website, crashingatlas.com, everything you need to know about us is there. And we appreciate every single person that comes to our shows, listens to our music, just supports us at all, even just shares us on Facebook. Like, it really does mean the world. And, you know, we're just gonna keep working hard for you guys. So
Yeah, anyone, keep your eyes out if you want to catch us. Now's your time.
Absolutely. And go give the band a like on IG, Facebook. Go stream some of their music, purchase some merch, things like that. Folks, I hope we were able to pleasure your ear holes just a little bit on this episode of the Sloppy Syndicate. And folks, remember, keep it sloppy, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you.